Detangling can feel like a battle sometimes. You pick up your comb, start working through your hair, and before you know it, there's a little hairball staring at you from the floor. And you're left wondering, am I doing this wrong? The truth is, detangling is not as simple as copying someone else's routine. It is actually one of the trickiest moments in natural hair care. But it can also be one of the most gentle, loving moments for your hair if you approach it the right way. Hi, my name is Lita and welcome to Natural Hair Motivation. On this channel, we talk about natural hair in a deeper, more empowering way. It's not just about products, it is about mindset, consistency, and love. Detangling looks easy, but what works for someone else may not work for you. Our hair is as unique as our fingerprints. Its curl pattern, its porosity, its health, even how we have treated it this week. All of that changes how we should detangle. That's why copying what you see online can sometimes lead to breakage and frustration. Think of detangling like cooking. If your ingredients are different, you can't expect the same results from someone else's recipe. Your job is to figure out what your hair needs, not force it to behave like what it is not. There are a few things that completely change the detangling experience, and being aware of them can save you so much hair, frustration, and time. The state of your hair. The condition your hair is in before you start detangling makes all the difference. For example, detangling after a wash is not the same as detangling after taking down braids or twists. When you have just washed your hair, your strands are soft, clean, and ready to absorb product, so they might detangle more easily. But they are also at their weakest when wet, so gentleness is key. If you are detangling after a protective style, your hair has probably shed a lot, so there will be tangles and shed strands wrapped around each other. That's when your patience really matters. Your hair might need to be softened first with a pre-pull or a detangling treatment before you even pick up a comb. And when your hair is stretched or dry, you need to be even more careful. Dry hair doesn't have flexibility, so detangling it roughly can cause breakage right away. A little mist of water or a light oil can help bring it back to life before you start. The main thing is to respect the moment your hair is in. It's not always ready to be detangled the same way every time. Your tools. Every tool you use will interact differently with your strands. Fingers, wide tooth combs, and detangling brushes each have their own role. Your fingers are the most gentle and intuitive tool you have. You can feel where a knot begins and ends, and you can separate tangles with care instead of just forcing them apart. For fragile hair or sensitive scalps, this is the safest way to start. A wide tooth comb is great once your hair has been pre-detangled or softened. It helps remove shed hair evenly and can give a more thorough result without too much stress on the strands. Then there are detangling brushes. Some are wonderful when used correctly, but they can also cause breakage if your hair is not ready for them. Always use brushes on well-conditioned hair with a good slip, and never rush through. The goal is not just to get through the tangles, but to protect the strands that you have worked so hard to grow. Products and slip. Slip is everything when it comes to detangling. Detangling without slip is like trying to slide down a dry slide. There is resistance, friction, and eventually damage. When your hair has enough sleep, your tools glide, your fingers move easily, and you hear less snapping and pulling. Water alone can sometimes be enough if your hair responds well to it. But for most of us, a good conditioner, leave-in or natural detangling mix makes a world of difference. Some people even like using aloe vera gel or slippery elm for that silky glide. The key is to make your strands as soft and moisturized as possible before you start working through them. Think of it as preparing your hair for the journey, giving it what it needs to move freely without resistance. Your mindset. This is the one part people rarely talk about, but it truly affects everything. If you are detangling while you are in a hurry, irritated or distracted, your hands will move faster. You will pull harder without realizing it. But when you are calm and patient, you handle your hair differently, with more love and care. Detangling can actually be a time to slow down, breathe, and connect with your hair. Turn it into a peaceful ritual. Put on something soothing, light a candle, or play gentle music. Detangling then becomes less about finishing fast and more about honoring your hair's needs. You will notice that over time, your hair begins to respond better too. It tangles less and feels stronger because you have built a habit of gentleness. Detangling is really a conversation with your hair. When you hear too much snapping or feel resistance, that is your hair telling you to stop. Add more product and work in smaller sections. It is not about forcing the knots apart, it is about gently guiding them free. And this changes day by day. Some days your hair will detangle like butter. Other days it might need more time and care. The more you pay attention to how it responds, the more you will find a method that works for you, not just what is trending online. Here are some simple ways to protect your hair while detangling. Choose a day when you are not rushed or exhausted. Your patience matters. Always start from the ends and work your way up, or from the roots and work your way down. But the key is to do it step by step. The key is to do it step by step, little by little, section by section. Add moisture or conditioner as soon as you feel resistance. Break it into smaller sections if needed, especially if your hair is thick or very tangled. When you make detangling a mindful process, it stops being a chore and becomes a self-care ritual. I hope this encouraged you to see detangling differently. The tricky world of detangling doesn't have to be stressful. With patience, the right tools, and by listening to your hair, you can protect your strands and keep them healthy. Remember, your hair is not a problem to fix, it is a part of you to nurture. Protect it, love it, and be consistent. You are beautiful and your hair is a reflection of that. I will see you in my next video. Take care, my beautiful ladies.